Realtors, welcome back to the Getting Started in Lofty series. This time we are diving back into the websites for part 2 of our website video, and we're gonna jump into the nav menu, we're gonna put our logos in, and then we're gonna go through the other blocks in the template, show you exactly how to set those up and exactly how to edit those, so that way you can customize this to your heart's content. Guys, Lofty is super powerful, and this is a great time for you to jump in and learn Lofty, get your website built so you can have an awesome website that's easy to find online. So without any further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. All right, guys, so let's just jump right back into it. So last time we built our hero section, but we actually didn't set up our nav menu here, or our quote unquote header. So let's go ahead and click that edit. So once again, guys, you just highlight the block that you want to be on, and it gives you that little edit option there. And then when we open this up, it's gonna give us the opportunity to change this header style out. So for example, if we wanted it to look a little bit different, we could. Like this one here doesn't show a nav menu. This one here does. This one here is transparent with a nav menu. This one here, right? So we've got all of these different options for it. So let's just grab this one here because it's transparent and I like that it flows with the picture, but you can choose whatever's best for you guys. And then once we choose that style there, we do need to put our logos in there. So these are going to go right over in this section here. So if you actually switch over to content on this tab right here, you're going to see that we have logo number 1. And if you scroll down, we have logo number 2. So we actually can put 2 different logos in there. So if you're at a brokerage like EXP or Real or any of those brokers that actually allow you to generate your own branding, then you can go ahead and put that logo on here too. But just be aware that that first logo, this logo number 1, when you open it up, it says, I confirm that I've used the office logo as the main logo on this website and that it meets the MLS requirements. So you're going to want to make sure you're using your brokerage approved logo for this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and upload mine here real quick. So let me just go ahead and search for EXP. There it is. It pops in there and we just hit OK. And then it loads the image up, but we're not done yet, right? If we don't hit add, it won't put it up there. So now you can actually see it showing up over here on the left-hand side of the screen. And we can actually change the size of it if we want to. You can make it real small, not even readable, which I wouldn't recommend that because it does need to be visible and legible. But the bigger that we bring it, the more it stretches that menu down. So you can see if I go all the way up like that, it actually makes the menu look really thick. And I just don't think that's a good look. But once again, if you like it, rock and roll with it. So I'll bring mine down usually to about 150% or so. And then that gives us a pretty good range there. Okay. Now you can also put a link to the logo as well, so the logo is clickable. So what I would do is I would usually link this to somewhere else in the page, probably just back to the main page. We don't want to send that to somewhere else because then that takes away from the website traffic of us, okay? So now over to logo number 2, if you click here, let's go ahead and upload a logo. So you can use whatever logo you've created for yours, for your brand. I'm just gonna use my Apex Elite AI logo here real quick. So let me see if I can find that buried in all of this. I'm gonna grab this one right here, click OK. And then we're going to confirm that this is not my office logo, but it's my logo that the office has approved. And I can bring that in there. Now, obviously, this has a white background on it and it looks like garbage, but this is just for example purposes. I would make sure that the logo has a transparent background, which you can do through Canva. And if you guys want a tutorial video on Canva, just hit me up in the comments and I can put one together for you guys. Now, same thing with this logo. We can change the size of it. Now, remember, if I wanted to make this one big and the EXP one small, that's going to be against compliance in most states in most cases. So the logos actually need to be the same size. So I can bring this one up to 150, and at least there I can say, hey, you know, they're still the same size. This one's at 158, this one's at 141. So we're still well within compliance right there. And then once again, you can link that logo as well. But once again, keeping people on our page is the key. So I wouldn't really link those anywhere. If we go back to the style tab here, there's things that we can do. So we can change the header background and we can change the menu background as well. So the header background is this transparent piece right here. So if I come over here and I switch this over to red and I hit OK, this is what that's going to look like when I go to move. See, as I'm up at the front, it still looks like it's transparent. But as soon as I scroll down, it goes into red. So that's what that header background color is. If you don't want any color in there at all, just remember we have this transparency knob. bring that all the way down to the left-hand side there, or to 0, and you will be fully transparent on that. So the secondary background menu here is kind of the same here. Usually it'll just be like the highlight of the buttons, or actually I think there might be another setting for that. But you can leave that transparent as well, or change it to whatever color of choice that you want. You can also change the text font. So if you wanted to come over here and change that font up, you could, or you could just use the default. You can even upload your own fonts. Just make sure they're legible, guys, because nothing sucks more than having to sit there and try to read the font because it's in some crazy, font. So just make sure that it's legible. Once again, guys, I'm not a I'm not a graphics designer here, so ignore the overall look of this. This tutorial is mainly so you guys understand the functionality of it. All right, we can also change the font size. So we can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you guys want to do. We can change the menu text color. So if I wanted to change that to blue, I could do that. I could leave it as white. Once again, legibility is going to be key. Okay, you can even change the secondary menu text color, which is like usually the shadowing behind it, or maybe even the highlight, but I just leave that the same usually as well. And then the hover text cover, so we can change that. So if somebody hovers over this, so if we go to view this real quick and I hover, you can see the text is now blue. That's what that setting is going to do for you there. So you can change all of that stuff if you'd like, or you can just leave it all on default. It's completely fine. Just make sure you get your logos up in there, and you will be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that as green, maybe with a little transparency to it, and we will move on. These bottom ones here is the sticky navigation when scrolling down. Do you see how this is staying there? That's because that's implemented. If I were to turn this off, then the menu stays up there, which I actually kind of prefer. So we're going to go ahead and leave it like that on this one. And then the overlap style is just it actually overlapping over the hero section. So remember earlier we had the style set to transparent. Now that I've turned that setting off, it basically won't overlap with this image, and it creates its own like separate block in a way. So if you do overlap, it just brings that image up into there, kind of makes the website look a little better. So that is the header section there. So what we're going to do now is let's move down to the next block on our template. So whatever template you guys have chosen might have a different block here, but one of the most important one is going to be featured listings. Like, right, people are here to learn more about real estate and search our website, which is going to be IDX connected. So having these listings set up is going to be absolutely key. So I usually have featured listings coming up real quick. On my main site, you'll see I have reviews right after the hero page, and then I go into listings or my featured areas, but the design is all up to you, right? So if you wanted to have features listings down, you could just move it down by clicking this arrow, or move it up, and you can put it anywhere in the website that you like. So it's actually really, really cool. You can also change the text here on the featured listings page. So you can put whatever you want in there. You could say, my favorite listings, or the best listings, or whatever you want. You can even copy this and throw it into ChatGPT and say, hey, based on my business and everything that you know about me, how should I lay my website out? Right? So there's all these really cool things that you can do with it. Next to that's going to be the quantity of listings that shows up here. Right now we have it set to 5. We can go 6. I like 5. You can even bring it all the way down to just 1 if you want, which kind of defeats the purpose unless you were just wanting to showcase maybe your 1 listing or your 2 listings or maybe your 3 listings. We can even filter it out to where only our listings show up there. So I like 5 because it kind of breaks the monotony of the grid. And then next thing here is going to be our listing source, right? So now we can choose to say, hey, I only want to show solds. Right? Or I only want to show my listings, which isn't going to show anything because this is my demo account and I don't have my IDX hooked up. Or you could say, hey, maybe I don't have any listings, but I don't want to show any listings outside my office. You can do that and it'll show just your office. And then you can also do a custom listing filter. So let's say you're like, hey, I specialize in vacation condos on the coast of Florida, and I only want to show condos on my website. Well, here you can do that. You can come in here and you can put your location in, minimum beds and baths, the property type here, right? So we could just choose condo if you wanted, and then that would only show those condos in the location that you choose. So it's really cool and very versatile what we can do with it. So we'll just go back to all listings for now for simplicity's sakes. And then you can go over here for your listing sort and you can choose how it's listed, right? Are we listing at price low to high, high to low, newest listings, or just default? You can choose this. So if you were to basically do that, it would just show the bedrooms and bathrooms first, right? Once again, I'm not hooked up with my IDX, so these are just demo properties. That's why it looks like all the same listing. But yeah, and then you can have the show more option. So right here, it says more, right? If I remove that, it's gone. but we want to encourage them to continue searching on our website. So I'd leave that in there, and you can just say see more or something like that. It'll show up there. You can change the actual view. So if you wanted this to be a grid or if you wanted this to be a list, you can show that. And this is after they click see more. It's going to take them to another page. Grid is best because that's kind of how this is lined out and it just looks better. You can choose your map center point, and you can also choose the zoom on it, and you can also change the background style of the actual block itself. So you can see here it's kind of got like a little gray highlight to it, or white. If I were to change that and bring that up, you can see it turns it red. So that's just the background of the block. I'd leave it transparent. It just looks better. Okay, you can also change the style. Once again, these are all individual pages, so you can have featured listings that look like this. You can have them scrollable like this. You can have them gridded. You can have them pretty much any way that you want, and Lofty already gets you all set up to do that automatically. All right, so that is the featured listing side. Once again, if you just need to edit anything off of that, you just click that little pencil, come back up here, and you are ready to rock and roll. So now that we've got our featured listings, let's go ahead and add our reviews. Now, there may already be a review block in here because you're going to see these two blocks that are blank. These are blocks that are going to need data from your MLS or from your Google profile or whatever. So that's why they show that they're blank. They actually, if there's no data in them, they won't show up on the website. So it's not like there'll be this empty block on there, but we can easily click edit on that and find out what this one is. So this one here is called a logo wall. A logo wall is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a wall of logos, right? So you can come over here and you can add your logos in here. So you can add your Realtor logo in here. You can add another brokerage logo. You can do the fair housing logo. You can do any of these logos and certifications that you have, and it'll paste them in a wall right over here. Looks pretty good on the website. Same thing with this block. You can change the background color. You can change the style of it as well. So here's a good example of what those logo walls look like. When I click change style, that's pretty much it, right? So you could say, hey, now these are all different brokerages, but you can do these with, like I said, fair housing, certified divorce specialist, whatever that may be. You can handle these pretty easy and just give your site a little bit more pizzazz. Right? So that's pretty much the logo wall thing. It's pretty basic and simple on that one. Let's see what this next block is. All right, this next one's our reviews. So perfect. This is exactly what we want to do. So reviews are going to be really important. I wouldn't usually stack them that low on the website if it was me, because I just want that to be showing up as soon as possible on the website so people can take other people's word for how awesome I am, right? Same thing for you too. So what you're going to see in this when you click on that is that once again, we can control that background color, right? Or we can leave it completely transparent and it'll go with whatever the background of our website is. So then it's our review source. By default, it's on default, which doesn't show any data. So we can click that X and we can open this up. And you're going to see we have Rate My Agent, Zillow, and Google. If you want to use these, you just have to connect here. So what it's going to do is when you click connect, look at what it says. Leave site. Your changes may not be saved. So don't leave the site yet, because we don't want to lose all this work that we just did. So you're going to go ahead and click publish. Now we've saved our site, right? You can even click over here and just save it as a version if you don't want to publish it yet. But since nobody has this website address yet, this is still in test mode. I don't mind if it's published live to that domain. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back to our review source and let's click connect on Google. It's going to take us through here to the settings of our CRM. You're going to see integrations here, and it's going to say, hey, who do you want to connect? So what we can do is we can go ahead and connect, see integrations, Google My Business. So let's go ahead and connect. We'll bring that up here. It's going to say you're signing in under your Google account, and let's hit continue. And I'm going to choose Apex Elite AI, or I can choose my real estate business as well. But for this one, we'll choose Apex, and we'll add that to Lofty. And then now you guys are going to see that here is my reviews all showing up inside of here, right? But this isn't the website area. So let's go back over there real quick. All right, we're back in the editor now. And if you scroll down, you're going to see it still says, hey, no data. So let's go ahead and click that, and let's come back to our review source. But now Google's there. So we just click Google and check this out. No reviews, guys. No, I do have reviews in there. I don't know where they're going. But let's see if we can troubleshoot this and find out what this is doing. See right here what this is just display part. You can display all or just part of it. Not sure why that's not working. Let's publish this and see what it looks like online. Let's go back here to our edit on this. And my assumption is that the text is coming in black. So let's just change the source on this. Or sorry, not the source, but the style. There we go. All right. So that one, because the text came in from Google in black, like you have to consider that, right? When we're choosing our style, if we choose a style with the black background, there it goes. It actually worked this time. It just kind of messed up last time. So if you ever experience that, guys, just try it twice and see what's up. But yeah, it should immediately change that. I like this one too because A, it's black and it kind of matches the style and the style and the flow of the website already. But it's automatically cycling through the reviews, which I think is really, really cool. But once again, you can choose a whole bunch of different styles on how you want this to go out. And you can hook up Google and you can hook up Zillow and you can hook up Rate My Agent. So that's really good. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next block. This is just going to be your agent information. So to edit this, you just click that, and you guys are probably starting to see a theme here, right? It always opens up this left-hand box, and we can go in here and edit our colors and all of that information, right? So if you're a team leader and you want to add all your agents on here, you can display all of your agents, or you can add an agent, an individual agent that you want on there, which is pretty cool. You can redirect to an external URL when clicked. So if you wanted to put all your agents up there and they all had their own Lofty website, you could redirect to each agent's Lofty website if you wanted to. You just implement that and set that URL up. You can also show the book appointment button or take that away, right? Always leave your call to actions up, guys. That's going to be huge in this. And you can enable animation. That animation is just it sliding on the side. I would recommend doing that. It just gives your site a little bit more more vibe to it. Then once again, you can change the style to pretty much any layout that you want. Some of them work better for group agents, and other ones, you know, kind of like this, make the picture look a little funky. So just find out what's best for you, and then you can use that. Okay. You can also adjust your spacing, which I wouldn't recommend doing. But if you did see some overlap, so for instance, let's say you click the mobile side and you started scrolling down and you notice that one of the blocks is like riding up into the other block. Well, this is where we can adjust the spacing. Okay. So like for here, for example, if I were to do that, it usually pulls it down. See? So if you see any overlap, you can do that to give you a little bit more space. Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, that's a pretty good rundown of everything here. I'm going to do another video on featured areas because that's a little bit more dialed in. But guys, this is how you can basically set that first template up that we select on Lofty, and you've got yourself a pretty active website that's ready to launch. Keep in mind that these guys, most of the people on our website are searching listings. So you don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this homepage. Just make sure that that SEO is dialed in first. And then last but not least, guys, we have this work with us, which you can also order edit as well. You can change that background image to anything that you'd want. You can change the width and the height, and you can change all that text in there. So if you've got a call to action or a tagline for your business, you can put that there, and you can also link that button for the contact to a URL or sending to them to a form or a page. So it's pretty cool, guys. Don't hesitate to hit me up in the comments if you guys got any questions on this stuff, but this is pretty straightforward. I think we've dove into the websites quite a bit now, and you should have a good understanding. If you guys do have questions, please drop them in the comments so that way I can answer them for you. And if you guys like the value that I'm bringing out on here, like there's also a link in the description where you guys can explore what it would look like to partner with me, and you can get all of this training and everything that I offer in Apex Elite AI, plus some one-on-one time with me, all for free. So don't hesitate to check that out, and we will pick up next time on the featured areas. All right, guys, there you have it. That is exactly what you guys need to know to be able to navigate the Lofty website and customize your website to be the perfect site for you and your business. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around on that. If you have any questions about this process, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. And like I said earlier, if you guys get value from this, please like, subscribe, and share this video with another agent who needs to level up their CRM game. And if you guys want to go even deeper on this and you want to explore getting Apex Elite AI for free, all my training for free, plus a whole bunch of other resources, there's a link in the description to my calendar where you can book a call to explore what it would look like to partner with me and my awesome group, the Wolfpack. So until next time, guys, stay sharp, and I'll catch you on the next one.